You've watered them, given them sunlight, maybe even whispered some encouragement. But your pepper plants, they're just sitting there, stunted, pale, or worse, dropping flowers and curling leaves. It's frustrating, especially when you've done everything right. But here's what most gardeners overlook. Peppers are hungrier than they look. And when they're underfed, they don't cry for help. They whisper. And if you miss those whispers, you lose the harvest. Today, we're going to decode those subtle signs. If your peppers are giving you a hard time, the problem may not be pests or poor soil. It might be silent starvation. Stick with this video, and you'll learn to read your plants like a pro and get them back on the path to lush, flavorful fruit production. One of the clearest signs your pepper plants are underfed is a change in leaf color. Healthy pepper leaves should be deep green and slightly glossy. If you start noticing a pale yellowish tint creeping in from the edges or between the veins, your plant is lacking key nutrients, especially nitrogen or magnesium. This isn't just an aesthetic issue, it's a clear sign the plant's internal engine isn't running properly. And if it goes unaddressed, it slows down every part of the plant's metabolism, from root growth to flower production. Pepper plants love heat, and once temperatures rise consistently above 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit, they should take off. If yours are stuck at the seedling stage or growing painfully slow even when it's warm and bright, that's your cue. Lack of phosphorus and potassium are common culprits. These are the nutrients that fuel strong root development and support the transition from leafy growth to flowering. Without them, your pepper stays in survival mode and refuses to grow up. Few things are more disheartening than seeing your pepper plant burst into bloom, only for the flowers to drop days later. It's called blossom drop, and while temperature stress can cause it, chronic nutrient deficiency often plays a bigger role. If your plant doesn't have enough energy to support fruit development, it will abort the flowers. This is especially true when potassium is low. The plant knows it can't afford the cost of fruiting, so it cancels the process before it starts. So, your plant did manage to fruit, but the peppers are disappointingly tiny, thin-skinned, or flavorless. This often happens when the plant doesn't get a steady supply of calcium, potassium, and trace minerals during fruit development. Without these, the cells in the fruit just can't fill out properly, which leads to undersized or watery results. You'll also notice that sweetness or heat is lacking, because, flavor compounds are also tied to adequate mineral uptake. If the leaves of your pepper plants start to curl inward or appear crumpled, it's often misunderstood as a sign of pests. But in many cases, it's actually a reaction to nutrient stress, particularly potassium or calcium deficiency. These two nutrients regulate water movement and cell strength. Without them, the plant just can't maintain normal leaf structure and ends up distorting its own growth in an attempt to conserve resources. This is a classic sign of phosphorus deficiency, especially in cooler weather. When there's not enough phosphorus available, pepper plants will sometimes develop a purple tint on the underside of older leaves. This isn't a rare genetic quirk, it's a desperate signal that the plant's root system isn't able to send up enough energy currency to power growth. Even mild phosphorus deficiencies can stunt a pepper plant permanently if not corrected quickly. So, if you water your pepper plant and it still wilts, something deeper is going on. Roots really rely on healthy, balanced nutrition to absorb moisture efficiently. If essential nutrients like calcium and magnesium are missing, the root cells begin to break down, and the plant just can't hold on to water even if it's all around. Think of it kind of like a sponge that's gone brittle. It's there, but it's just not soaking up anything. If wilting persists despite good moisture levels, you should suspect a lack of nutrition in the root zone. If your fruit starts to develop a black sunken patch at the base, you're likely dealing with blossom end rot. It's a condition directly linked to calcium deficiency, not just in the soil, but in how it's absorbed. Even if your soil has plenty of calcium, it won't matter if the plant isn't getting enough consistent water, or if there's too much nitrogen crowding the uptake channels. This is one of the clearest late-stage signs that your plant's feeding program needs a rethink. A well-fed pepper plant should be bushy with multiple arms reaching outward. If yours grows like a lanky stick with few side branches, It's not getting the nitrogen and trace minerals it needs for balanced, leafy growth. The result is a top-heavy plant that may flower prematurely without the structure to support good yields. A balanced organic fertilizer or compost tea can help rebalance the growth and push new branches. If your pepper plant looks sickly weeks after transplanting, pull it up gently and look at the roots. Are they pale, thin, or underdeveloped? That's a clear sign of phosphorus or potassium deficiency during those critical early weeks. Root growth is invisible until it's too late, but it sets the stage for everything that comes later. A slow-release organic fertilizer or even aged compost worked into the transplant hole can make all the difference here. Pepper plants don't yell when they're hungry. They whisper through their leaves their roots and their fruit. The signs are there, but they can be easy to miss if you're not looking closely. The good news is, once you know what to watch for, you can correct most deficiencies quickly and naturally. Balanced feeding with compost tea seaweed and slow-release organic fertilizers can transform a struggling pepper into a vigorous fruiting machine. If this guide helped you catch something early, or save a sickly plant, don't keep the secret to yourself. Share it with another gardener, drop your pepper questions in the comments, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss more soil-smart tips from Hydrohaven. Let's grow smarter together.